My name is Wally Jacobson. I'm Deputy President of the Blackbutt RSL sub-branch. I first became involved in the RSL after I returned from Vietnam at the end of 1970 and been a member of RSL in various sub-branches ever since.
G'day, my name's Eddie. I'm a member of the Blackbutt RSL sub-branch. This year, 2018, this sub-branch turned 100 years. So back in 1918, there were about 7 to 9 members, I think, from memory, of the sub-branch who met down at what is now the Radnor Hotel, and the sub-branch was formed.
I understand what it is to be an RSL member, and my aim is to promote the welfare of our veteran community.
So for 100 years, this branch has been servicing this community and looking after the welfare of returned and service personnel and their families. And that's the job that we're keen to keep doing.
With CWA, we're associated very closely with the Deputy President and the Vice President of RSL. We pay them by doing different things like the Vietnam Veterans Day. We'll come in and do burger nights, and if they need catering at different times, we come in and help them out there.
So come this November, we plan to have a weekend of primarily celebrations to celebrate the end of the First World War, the war to end all wars.
100 years ago, the theme was set for us for this event. The people that was involved then had no fear of failure either. And so we had the same approach. The group we put together was so compatible. I just couldn't believe along the way how well it all worked, whether it be myself and Eddie doing the grants, the way the kitchen worked out, everyone we approached worked in well. We had no hiccups, and then when we got to the armistice, well, it was the same. We had a terrific group of compatible people, and that's what made it the success.
For the night of the ball, we did the catering, helped with the setup. The ladies all dressed in more like the Downton Abbey style. Yeah, we did do dance lessons. That was fun. Everyone had 2 left feet and we all tried hard. Then on the night of the ball, we all forgot what we learned, but it was fun and it was exercise. So, and CWA do our healthy living program, so the dance lessons worked in with that. All the ladies loved it. So, and a lot of them made their own costumes. So they're all into it quite well. Really enjoyed it.
Then add to it our 100th birthday. That was a good little celebration where we were able to open the kitchen officially and have the mayor here to do it and have it named after our RSL treasurer, Pat Keeley, who has been a good treasurer for us for many years.
CWA are very appreciative that the kitchen is done because we do a lot of catering here, and the kitchen now in the RSL, it makes it so much easier to work with. Like next year with our Chinese New Year, we won't get smoked out.
No. So the kitchen's been named after him, Keeley's Kitchen, opened by the mayor and funded largely by DVA, the Department of Veterans Affairs, who supplied a grant for us to update the kitchen to the proper standards. And then the armistice celebration topped off with a fantastic response by the public to the Remembrance Day service on the Sunday. You know, the lead up to the the ball by having the street parade and the market, got people interested in the 100th anniversary of the signing of the armistice. I was pretty pleased with everything. I guess for the whole year, for me, getting the money, doing the grants and getting the money for both the kitchen and the armistice celebration, when I got those phone calls, virtually within a day from one to the other, the DVA grant and then the money from the state government for the armistice celebration, that was just super. The aim of the RSL is to take care of not only ex-service personnel, that is personnel who have served overseas or in wars or conflicts, but also in peacekeeping services around the world, but also anyone who has served in the ADF, the Australian Defence Forces. If you've served in the ADF, if you've put on a uniform, you are entitled to be a member of the RSL. And the RSL is the primary giver of welfare services to members of the ADF, whether they be currently serving or ex-serving.
We've got to get some new people in to help, because sooner or later the people that's here carrying the load will either just wear out physically or health-wise, and then we'll be left with nothing. So we've got to try and put in an effort, like we have done this year, to encourage people to come and join us, because, like CWA, if people see they're having a good time, then other people might come along and help. And that's our only hope we've got of keeping both the CWA group going for a long term in this town, and also the RSL.
There's still a lot of work to do. You know, this branch, we're about, 24 league members, I guess, ageing. But there are some more out there in the community that are a bit younger. Your neighbour, for one. We just need to encourage him to come along and sign up, and give him a job.
I think that's what they're worried about.
I think he could, take on a role here in this branch quite easily.
But you're very lucky, like in our CWA branch, that we have a very good group of women working together very well. The committee with the RSL, they get along quite well as well. So it makes it so much easier if you've got a good working group.
The next project, probably Christmas. Christmas and a rest.
Yeah.
Any lowlights, Eddie?
Sandbags.
How many sandbags?
South Burnett Film came up with an idea that the hall could be made to look like a bunker, or at least the entry to the bar. And for that to happen, he ordered 100 sandbags, and we produced them.